How did proto-punk lead to first-wave punk? Imagine a world where rock music was polished and elaborate, filled with long guitar solos and grandiose lyrics. Now, picture a raw, stripped-down sound emerging from the underground. This is where proto-punk comes in. Proto-punk refers to a loose collection of rock bands and styles from the 1960s to the mid-1970s. These artists anticipated the sound and attitude of punk rock before it became a defined genre. They were not part of a formal movement but shared a common approach that was aggressive and energetic. Proto-punk bands like the Stooges and MC5 from Detroit took garage rock and cranked it up. Their music featured primitive riffs and raw vocals, rejecting the sophistication of mainstream rock. The Velvet Underground from New York added a darker edge with lyrics that explored taboo subjects. Other contributors included the New York Dolls, the Sonics, and the Kinks, each bringing their own flair to the mix. As these proto-punk sounds spread, they influenced underground scenes in cities like New York, Cleveland, and London. By the early 1970s, these bands laid the groundwork for what would become first-wave punk. First-wave punk bands, such as the Sex Pistols, the Ramones, and the Clash, took the rawness of proto-punk and shaped it into a more cohesive genre. They introduced faster tempos, simpler song structures, and lyrics that were politically charged or socially confrontational. Proto-punk provided the musical template that shaped first-wave punk's identity. It showed that rock could be powerful even when stripped back to its essentials. The amateurishness of these bands became an aesthetic choice rather than a flaw. Music could provoke and challenge audiences directly. The transition from proto-punk to first-wave punk marked a shift from scattered influences to a unified movement that gained international attention. In essence, proto-punk led to first-wave punk by establishing the raw sound and rebellious attitude that first-wave punk bands adopted. This connection turned a loosely connected set of influences into a defined and influential punk rock movement. The energy and spirit of proto-punk set the stage for the punk revolution that followed.